Quick addendum before we get started. Between the release of Part 5 and this part, the Chuckinator got in contact with us. I want to make it super clear that when we're covering stories, it's not meant to be a personal attack on the authors. Additionally, unless we state otherwise, we are not suggesting that any one work we cover is reflective of their entire body of work, especially when the authors themselves can look back and recognize that their writing in the past wasn't the best. This story was written in 2014, and 6 years is a plenty long time for an author's style to change. All artists and creators grow and learn from mistakes, and that should be encouraged. So thanks to the Chuckinator for being a good sport. We hope that everyone can enjoy the rest of this series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Steel Donut Collective. My name is Bob. With me today I have Blake.
Hey, everybody.
Connor.
Hello there.
Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt.
And Yella.
Good day.
And today we're returning to A Reason for Insanity.
Oh, no.
This story has gone some places. Does everybody remember what happened last time?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of figured. Basically, well, I can't describe everything that's happened so far, but
Sorry,
Manic
I'm
is
just
dead.
remembering things that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manic got murdered by Sonic, who used his psychic powers to stab him because he doesn't have arms.
But then he still dipped his fingers in blood to write a message on a wall.
He did. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. I think we all have done that at one point in our lives. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Like
Basically,
he who was without psychic powers psychically throw the first stone.
Right. So basically last time a schizophrenic, armless, allegedly supposed to be, Sonic killed his Sonic Underground family and then teleported to the Ark.
Yeah.
He just
Sonic
did.
Overground.
He just
did. Yeah, so that's
Oh
what
boy,
we're doing
here
now.
I go killing again.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Gonna go visit Ken Ham at Chapter 11, The Ark.
Sonic looked around and nodded. This would work out fine. He chuckled and walked around the station, eventually coming to a room that had all kinds of serums in it.
Serums?
Raising a brow, Sonic went to get a closer look at the serums. His eyes widened in shock when he saw they were transformation serums.
Oh no,
well as
Sonic's
ones
gonna
for
be a girl
immortality.
too!
It's... you'll see. Sonic chuckled. These would work out nicely. The insane Hedgehog took a closer look at the transformation ones, wondering what they could turn the person into.
That was easy.
Not interested. Wait, hold on. So they figured out immortality in the Sonic universe?
No. Yeah. Would you... But here's the thing. Who wants to live forever, you know?
Yeah, when you can just be different animals. That sounds fun.
That's what Freddie Mercury said. You know, I mean, it's always been the... Isn't that usually the position most people take, that living forever would be a fate worse than death?
Yeah.
Well, they're not insane when they debate it.
I mean, also he's
when
not
they consider it.
I mean, he's also not looking at the immortality stuff. He's looking at the transformation stuff.
Exactly, because he knows that immortality is bad.
Yeah,
he doesn't want that.
It was scene setting that there were other immortality serums, but Sonic is choosing not to consider them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Each transformation serum was for a different animal, none of them having the same label as one of the others.
That sounds like a bad. Like at least have spares of anything. Come on.
Nope. All unique. If you drop one of them, fuck it. You can't turn into a ferret now.
There might be more in the back,
Dang.
though. This is just a display case, like a sampler.
I want to be a fair.
Yeah, that's true. Most of them weren't interesting either. He sighed, looking at them, and caught a few that interested him. Guess they're floating around.
Yeah.
They weren't
in
interesting,
space.
but he sighed and saw
he
some
is-
interesting ones.
One of them could transform him into Black Doom,
My
another
favorite
into
animal.
the Bio Lizard, and
Why?
one into Shadow. Why? Sonic smirked, an idea forming in his head.
Okay.
I'm
Question
gonna
though.
become Shadow and I'm gonna fuck myself.
Question though. Does it turn him into normal Shadow or Femme Shadow?
Normal Shadow. I'm assuming.
We'll see.
Then there'll be two of them.
These are... Lazy is not the right word, but there's certainly so much in these two paragraphs. It's like... I don't know, I feel like I'm reading a long fantasy series and I just skipped half of the books. Like,
Right.
boom, don't need to do that. This is happening now.
I gotta ask though, do you think if you take the serum that turns you into the bio-lizard, you become a giant bio-lizard, like the real one, or do you become like a little tiny baby one? Like, because
Does it create
your body
more
mass
mass?
is not the same as his body mass, right?
Yeah.
So like,
What's Black Doom?
I don't know.
Black Doom
Black
is
Doom
from
is the
Shadow
big
the
bad
Hedgehog.
guy of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Oh, he's an animal. I see. Yes.
Yeah,
He's an alien.
The animal.
Oh no,
that-
these are animals.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
they
I
can
mean,
turn
keep in
you into
mind-
different animals, like a Black Doom, my favorite animal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, keep in mind, even human beings are animals.
I
It
guess
just means it
that's
won't turn
fair,
you into
yeah.
like a potted plant.
Oh shit.
That's like a non-animal.
Those were the
fair.
ones he didn't consider.
Yeah.
God.
Immortality, redwood tree, bio-lizard, and black
You
Doom.
know, because Sonic being schizophrenic and crazy and a mass murderer and armless wasn't enough. Let's just allow him to just do whatever he wants for the sake of
Yeah.
plot.
I
For
can
the sake
transform you
of-
like a transformer.
Yeah. Okay.
A wise man once said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could use one of these ones.
He told the voices.
They'll surely give my arms back as well.
You know, you could have had arms back earlier if you took, Tills up on his offer for robot arms.
Or if you just didn't remove your arms.
That too. You could have had arms, you idiot.
They would strike fear into the hearts of many.
The voices said. They continued to whisper, telling Sonic that he was useless, nobody cared for him, and other negative things.
Oh, so negative. That's so
I'm gonna
sad.
get my arms back. Yeah, well, nobody cares about you. Got him.
You left the oven on.
I like how they said something supportive, like you would, strike fear in the hearts of many. And also, you suck, Sonic.
Yeah.
You're lame. You're dumb.
Yeah,
Nobody cares
I don't even
about
know
you.
why people should be afeared, because it's
Like,
you.
see,
Yeah.
I'm getting conflicting messages from these voices.
That's a good idea, Sonic, but like you still suck. Just like you.
You should totally
You,
do
the
that,
hedgehog.
but you're still
Yeah.
dumb, son.
I really want to see what happens with these serums.
Yeah.
Sonic looked at the three serums, wondering which one to use. Black Doom, the Bio-Lizard, or Shadow. After some thinking, Sonic decided not to use the Bio-Lizard. Judging from what he could remember, it couldn't go anywhere on its own. That would be worse than how he was now. Taking Shadow's form would at least serve as some amusement, though Black Doom would truly strike fear into people. Sonic thought about it some more, turning to the voices for advice.
I'm sorry, but what?
Well, no, I mean, I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. That's what they do. They regularly provide him with counsel and understanding.
Also
They
with
talk to him.
positive feedback.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa.
Who should I become?
He asked.
Shadow or Black Doom?
I was really hoping you would say my Swedish friend.
Oh.
Both can serve well. Both of them have a vast amount of uses.
The voices fell silent, going over what they knew before telling Sonic.
Mix them together. You could become both.
You know, mixing them together doesn't sound smart.
Is that how this
No.
works? You just mix them
No.
together and you can just be both?
Also,
Yeah, it'll
isn't
be-
Shadow based on Black Doom's DNA?
Yes, that is a
Yeah,
huge
so that's
plot
why it
point
works.
of his game.
That's how
So,
DNA
like-
works.
Okay.
You know,
Maybe.
you'll end up. It'll be like that body horror scene in Batman Beyond, where they mix all of those like splicing syrups, and the guy just turns into this big bloated tumor.
Is this how the plot of Sonic Forces happened?
Yeah.
Like one person drank Black Doom's vial, someone else drank Metal Sonic's vial, all the bad guys were back.
I like how there's a vial that turns you into inorganic matter.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
Yeah, it turns you
Also-
into the animal of metal.
also confused about like why do they have these serums on the Ark? Like,
Well, I mean,
wasn't the whole project supposed to be able to create the ultimate life form? But then,
Yeah.
like, if you just have a serum that turns any creature into
anything else.
The ultimate life form. It doesn't seem that ultimate to me.
Well, wait a minute. Conspiracy theory. So there's a bunch of serums here. Maybe we've got it wrong and it really is the Ark from the Bible and this is how they did it. It was just like, imagine a room that's just full of ants, like a giant anthill with millions of ants in there. And then you just have a bunch of serums that you can drop on the ants and turn them into the big animals, like elephants and whales.
So he didn't march the elephants on 2x2 and the lions on 2 by no, it was
March
just
the ants.
a fuckload of ants and a bunch of serums.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes just as much sense.
It makes as much sense. There we go. We did it.
You know, I gotta bite the bullet. As someone who doesn't know all of Sonic canon, isn't the Ark destroyed? How much of the Ark still exists at the end of Sonic Adventure 2?
At the end of Sonic Adventure 2, it's still there. It also appears in
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, it appears in Shadow the Hedgehog.
Okay, because I
Actually,
thought,
in
like,
Shadow the Hedgehog, spoilers for the ending of Shadow the Hedgehog, the final plot point.
That game came out in 2005?
Yes.
No, please, I need all the spoilers. I need to know how much this got wrong or right.
Hang on, I'm just gonna mute you guys.
Okay,
I don't want to hear.
Genuinely, because this is such a wide right turn that I am lost.
Okay, so to explain, at the end of Shadow the Hedgehog, Shadow teleports the comet that the Black Arms, which are the aliens, come from, teleports it into space, and then uses the Ark, which is just still there, blasts like the planet-destroying beam at the comet and destroys it.
Yeah, the comet is between the planet and the Ark,
it is,
and he
like,
still
if
fires
that missed,
at the thing.
If it
missed
missed
or just pierced it, it would have destroyed Earth too.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Shadow's a lone wolf.
He's an
did-
asshole.
Why did they even build the Ark with the planet-destroying cannon pointing towards the planet?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I mean, Black Doom intended that to be the case, right? Like, he helped them
but that
create
was
the
like
Ark.
But that was like 10 years ago.
Well, you got to think about it like
guess
this,
it's
Gala.
true.
It's
They
a
never turned it
situation where
around.
if you know everyone wants to poison your drink, then what you do is you just poison your own drink, and then you can just swap drinks,
Yeah.
and they will be poisoned. It's like
Well,
if
I
you
mean-
point the laser at the Earth, then some guy who doesn't realize it's pointed at the Earth already will be like, "I'm going to flip it around." So when they turn it, they blow up the Earth, and then it doesn't.
Well, it sounds like the equivalent is if we built the International Space Station consulting with an evil alien ruler to have a secret, weapon on it that could blow up our planet.
You
Well,
say
imagine-
that, but that's what
imagine-
happened.
Imagine this. You take the Space Colony Ark, you point it at your enemy, and you fire it, and then the kickback from the firing pushes the Ark right into the Earth and destroys the Earth.
Really?
Okay,
They never should have built the damn thing.
That thing is fucking useless. Who are we fighting out there?
That gives me some perspective.
Okay.
All I'm saying is I can't wait for the Shadow the Hedgehog movie in the Sonic movie universe to come out in 2025.
The Sonic Cinematic Universe, yeah.
Yeah, the Sonic Cinematic Universe. We'll finally get that R-rated Shadow the Hedgehog movie.
Yes.
Julie Sue will finally make her triumphant comeback.
All right.
Okay. Yes, that's a great idea.
Sonic looked around for a way to mix the serums, once again cursing the loss of his arms.
Who did this to me? I must kill him.
Why can't the author just
Whoever took
forget
my
about
arms
it
from me.
again?
His pupilless eyes glowed, and the serums hovered in the air as he telekinetically mixed them together, then poured it down his throat. Sonic felt pain in his body as he first began to transform into Shadow. Arms forced their way from his body, bursting out with massive amounts of pain.
Arms left him again. They grew and forced themselves away from him.
Blood flowed down his sides from his shoulders, covering the new arms as well. Getting a good look at them, Sonic laughed in triumph. As he laughed, his skin tanned to the darker shade Shadow had. His eyes also became red. Eyeliner of the same color drawing itself on.
This was drawn this was written pretty decently up until that, and now I'm just like, what?
I don't think Shadow. I don't think that's eyeliner.
No, that's
just the color of his quills around his eyes.
It's a beautiful, sexy eyeliner. Continue. I have my dick out.
okay.
5 of his quills got a red streak painted on them, the rest of the blue darkening farther until it was black. Black fur grew on his arms, matching red streaks shooting up the outer side. That was not bad. Streaks of the same kind shot up the outside of both legs as well. Sonic looked down in anticipation at his chest. The tan skin was quickly covered by black fur. A breath later, the white patch everyone seemed to notice grew out, fluffing itself in the process. Looking around at himself, Sonic smiled. Other than his clothing, it was perfect.
Wait, I like that the white patch of fur on Shadow's chest is being described as the one that everybody seemed to notice.
Yeah, everyone goes and they're just like, Sonic doesn't have one of those. How do you get one?
For some reason, everybody just notices the very obvious patch of white fur on his chest. Weird.
Yeah, that's the thing everyone's eyes are drawn to, the patch of fur on his chest.
I know it's
none
what
of the
my
other
eyes
ones
are
have it.
drawn
I
to.
think about this. Sonic and Knuckles and Shadow are all walking down the street. None of them have that tuft, and everyone's just like, "Well, isn't he a hedgehog too? Why does he have a tuft and no one else has a tuft? Do they like shave it? Like, it's a question that begs to be answered."
Yeah.
Yes!
He said.
This is perfect! Now for Black Doom's transformation.
Can he just will these transformations to happen?
Apparently, that's
Oh,
what
yeah,
Why
he
did he
mixed
drink
them
the
together,
serums
so
at
he-
all if he could just
Well,
will
I mean,
it?
yeah. Oh my god, why didn't you just drink the Shadow one first and now drink the Black Doom one?
Well,
why did you have to
If
mix
you
them?
drink one, then the other, then it transforms you into one, then the other.
Exactly. If you mix them, then what it does is it does one, and then it'll slowly, start to work in the other pieces
Apparently.
as well.
This is so fucking stupid.
Closing his eyes again, he grimaced as he felt his face altering completely. A third eye opened on his forehead, blinking
his
a few
third eye,
times
no.
once it fully formed. The two he already had didn't change too much, just
Okay.
becoming completely red and a bit smaller.
They
Now
didn't
I can't
change
see
much.
shit
They just
anymore.
changed.
A slit pupil came into the center of his third eye, as it colored the same way as the other two.
What a bad way to describe that.
His ears flattened and moved to the side of his head before it continued changing. Becoming smaller, the quills were pulled back onto him to help form the head of the alien.
I'm
This
trying
bad way
to
to describe
imagine
that
how
too.
this is happening, and I cannot picture it.
Moving out to the sides, what looked like two long horns formed, tipped
But
with
not
red,
actually horns.
Yeah, they just looked like two long arms, but it
tipped
wasn't.
with red that reached halfway to his head. Multiple smaller horns came up out of the top of his head, and Sonic couldn't hold back a howl of agony. Connor, can I get a howl of agony?
I was just finding a picture of Black Doom so I could even picture this.
I've never heard a howl that included the word howl. That's fantastic.
It's an onomatopoeia, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Howl! Beneath his eyes, his entire face altered into something only resembling a face due to the eyes embedded in it.
God,
Matt,
I love the
I
way
get-
these are described.
Yeah, you said this is an awful way to write it, but like, how would you write it?
I have no idea. I
have
can't
no
picture
fucking
this
idea.
in my
I can
in
tell
my
you,
head at all.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Hey,
tell
the
you
correct
how I
answer.
wouldn't write it, and I wouldn't write it like this.
All right.
Muscles growing larger, Sonic felt an ache build up over his body. Looking at his arms, he watched as the fur fell off in a shower of red and black. The fur covering the rest of his body did the same, and he was left standing in a pile of his own fur.
Now he's naked.
I hope none of that little fur got into his shoes. That'd be annoying.
I mean, he's gonna lose his legs anyway.
Who thought in 2014 we would read, well, back in 2014 when this all started, we would read that sentence?
Yeah.
We would be imagining this.
I mean, there have
I'll
been
just put on
many-
screen
far
that
we've
picture of
come.
Sonic with his spines taken off so everybody can see.
Oh no,
That's a good pic.
no, it's not.
Every inch of skin darkened until it was black. Fingers forced themselves together and molded, leaving him with only 3 on his hands. Long claws formed onto them, coming to a sharp point. The lower half of his body shifted and moved upward, molding into his torso and leaving him without legs. The alien looked down at himself in alarm. Now we're just done talking about him as though he's
traded
Sonic.
my arms for
Yeah.
legs, I see.
I gotta say, it's weird that when he transformed into Shadow, he didn't become Shadow. Like, the narration still called him Sonic. But now that he's transformed into Black Doom looked at himself and chuckled.
What?
This form was amazing. He smirked and took a serum, this one holding immortality.
Why?
And plunged it into his skin.
Plunged it. What?
Maybe the idea is that Black Doom is so evil that if you become him, it's more like he just takes over your own impulses.
Why does he plunge it into his skin? Didn't you drink it before?
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
so the transformation serums are just in vials and you drink them. For
You
some
do-
reason, the immortality serums, I guess, are in injectors.
Yeah, it's like if you're a diabetic, you inject your insulin, but you also have a cold, so you drink some NyQuil, It's just different forms.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Yeah.
Different ways
When
to
you,
apply medicine to yourself.
When you take immortality serums but start feeling mortal again, you have to quickly grab another one and inject yourself with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like an
A
EpiPen.
tingling sensation filled his body, fading once the serum had done its job. Black Doom smiled. That's an odd thing
No
to
longer
picture.
Sonic. He's just Black Doom now, I guess.
Also imagine, okay, look at that picture of Black Doom. Now imagine that smiling.
I'm trying to find a mouth to smile.
You should call
You
him
even
Shadow
said-
Doom. Why do
you
you
even
call him
said-
Shadow Doom?
Because
You
he's
even
now
said
just
he lost
Black
all his
Doom.
facial features except for his eyes.
What? How does he smile?
Yeah, I'm really struggling to find a place.
I mean, keep in mind, the truest smiles are the smiles on the inside.
Yeah.
I guess.
This is the opposite of like, there's a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
Yeah.
There's a smile inside of him, and the demon's
demon
on, the
on my
outside.
face.
There's a demon on my face.
Yeah.
Black Doom
so-
smiled, then began to walk around the Ark.
It's weird to describe Black Doom moving around as walking.
He was comfortable
they
here.
made a big deal out of him not having legs.
But he's comfortable here, guys.
Yeah, he's comfortable.
Alrighty. Well, as
The
long as
voice
he's comfortable.
began to speak again.
No!
Black Doom looked in the direction he thought they were coming from. All of them were telling him the same kind of things, praising his form, as well as insisting he gotta move on.
Gotta move on to
Well,
where?
look at my wrist, we gotta get going.
We gotta go where? Like, what do you have to do?
Instead, he growled at them.
Also, I like that the voices are now praising his form because he's no longer that asshole Sonic.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Enough.
He said, holding his head.
Stop telling me what to do. Even though I am an insane schizophrenic, I do my own thing.
You were joking, and then I looked.
I am an insane schizophrenic who, in the last two paragraphs, first transformed into Shadow the Hedgehog and then transformed into Black Doom.
It's all hitting me now, huh?
Yeah.
This is really happening, huh? It's like
Confessions
it's like I
of an
was
insane
numb.
schizophrenic.
I was numb for a little bit, and now it's coming back, and I'm starting to, you ever get blasted, and you can't feel it for a little bit because like it hurts so much you're numb, and then like the pain sets in? It's setting in right now. I'm feeling it again. I'm fucking feeling the.
I just gotta say, like, what a lame thing to say. Just like, leave me alone. I do my own thing.
I think
We have,
into Black Doom.
dude. This is the
reason.
dude. This is the biggest show that tell.
Dude.
There were 10 chapters of show, and then just like a sentence of tell.
Can I just say, the Black Doom voice made it perfect.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, the idea of Black Doom saying that.
I am an insane schizophrenic, but I do my own thing.
And it's like, what?
I go to therapy twice a week to try to deal with my problems.
Good for you, Black Doom.
Yeah, I'm
job,
trying
man.
to better myself in life.
I'm proud of you, man.
You know what? That's good, honestly.
Turned into Shadow, who just turned into Black Doom. Like, they didn't even mix. I just turned into Black Doom. I didn't drink the Shadow one at all.
Yeah, honestly, if you can just choose what form to take, why don't you drink all of them?
Yeah, if you could just do that, then become everything.
Drink the Bio Lizard,
Black
drink
Doom
the
now, huh?
Ferret
That's it.
one.
That's
You know?
it. Sonic the Hedgehog cut off his fucking arms, gained mental telepathy powers, and just became Black Doom, huh?
Yep.
Just kind of, just
Yep.
that, huh? That's
Yep.
it, huh?
Yep.
That's it, huh? Alrighty. Okay.
These authors threw so many darts at the wall, you can't even see the wall anymore. It's just darts.
Yeah, they threw shit at the wall to see what stuck, and all of it stuck,
All
and
of
it's
it stuck.
all over the wall. There's shit
Yeah.
everywhere. God, there's so
Yeah.
much shit. Why
Crazily
do you keep
enough,
throwing
there's
shit?
no shit on the ceiling or on the floor.
No, it's just
It's a
it's
perfect
exactly
coat
the
of
wall.
shit
Wall.
on that wall.
Get
It's
it
like-
off! I want to see my crappy
All right.
wallpaper again instead of
Well,
seeing
this is-
actual
No,
crap.
No,
Matt.
This is now your shit wallpaper.
No. Yeah, you say that like we're done. We're not done.
Oh, right.
We're not even halfway done.
Right, this is chapter 11 of like,
Yeah.
what was it, 28?
28.
God damn it.
We're not even halfway through.
Yeah. You're going to get a lot more shit on this wall. It's going to be a
We
shit
can
room.
have layers. Like the room's just gonna shrink because there's so much shit on this wall.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They said.
Inside my head or not, I do not have to listen to you.
The voices fell silent. And Black Doom walked around the ark.
Whoa, he told them.
Man, if I had known that's how easy it was, that would have solved a lot of problems for me a long time ago.
Here's the thing.
Let me fucking tell you.
Here's the thing. How do you know it's not that easy? Maybe anytime you have any problem, you just say, "Hey, stop." Just like, man,
Stop.
oh man, it's really frustrating to be stuck in traffic. Hey, stop being frustrated, brain, and then you just feel fine.
No, it's not even that. Stop being stuck in traffic, and then you're
And then
done.
you're just not.
You just
Well,
go.
that's you see, that's a physical
I mean, that's an
problem.
advanced technique.
Yeah, as I'd say that's different. That's like physical. This is like a mental. You have a mental thing going on. You can just stop whatever's going on in your mind at will. You
Yeah.
just tell it, "Hey, stop," and it stops.
That's how I stop hiccuping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You say.
It's the same
All
thing.
you have to do is just let your inner bad self out.
Your
And
bad
in this
boy.
case, he
Your
let
bad
his
girl.
inner Black Doom out.
Black
by
Not
turning
even
into
his
Black
inner
Doom.
Black Doom. He
Yeah.
took an outside Black Doom in and became Black Doom.
Black Doom is now the main
It's
bad
not a direct
guy.
one-to-one. Yeah.
He's now the
Slash
main
main
character. Yeah.
The voices fell silent, and Black Doom walked around the ark. He was growing more paranoid by the minute. Every turn he went around, he expected something to be there. And no matter what he did, he felt like someone was watching him. The schizophrenic sighed. Most likely
Call him
this
a schizophrenic.
most likely his was another symptom of his mental illness.
Oh, his
Most
is
likely
now.
his indeed.
Shuddering again, he looked behind himself for what felt like the millionth time. Knowing it was all in his head didn't help matters at all. Black Doom frowned. He knew that he was slowly going insane.
Slowly.
Oh,
Slowly. He was
Slowly.
going insane.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah,
and
very
slowly.
slow. That's the one thing I hate about this story. I'm just gonna rant. It's so slow. The buildup has been so slow. Everything's been so slow in this story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way
they
too
really
much
want the
breathing
slow
time.
burn, even though
Yeah,
it's
it's been such a slow burn. Everything's just been. That's the best way to describe the story. Slow.
I know
think-
it's called A Reason for Insanity, but I did not expect, like, him going insane to be the very climax,
Yeah,
you
like,
know,
come
and everything
on.
else is just a big build-up of
just so
things.
slow.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why it's called Reason for Insanity. The build-up. It's like Chinese water torture. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the very end, the last sentence will read, "And that was the reason for insanity."
It's like How I Met Your Mother, but
Yeah, exactly.
as a story. Yeah.
How
Oh,
Sonic.
boy.
How Sonic became.
How I
insane.
Went Insane.
How I went insane.
That'd be a great way for this story to end.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna add that to the very end of the video. We're gonna hear one of us go, and that is how I went insane.
I always managed to work a reason for insanity as a joke in every chapter.
Yeah,
I tried to.
Maybe escaping the mental hospital wasn't the best idea after all.
You know, I'm gonna say probably it wasn't, but at the same time, the mental hospital also kind of fucking sucked, dude.
So
It was really bad.
They were not the best in there.
No.
So did you like turning into Black Doom or not?
I don't
Well,
know.
no, did
man.
Black
You
Doom
wouldn't
like
have
turning?
if you
Did
stayed
Black
at the
Doom
mental
like
hospital.
transforming from Sonic or not? Because it's Black Doom now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously,
Black Doom, yeah.
it's not Sonic anymore, or Shadow. We just forgot all about that shit.
Yeah,
So Black Doom is like, what if back when I was Sonic, I had
it
stayed in
really
the mental
does
hospital?
feel like he wanted him to turn into either Sonic or Black Doom, or not Sonic, Shadow or Black Doom, and he just decided on Black Doom, but kept the Shadow part there anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe Chuckinator wrote one part and Fangs of Lightning wrote another.
Or maybe
Maybe.
he's just stored that transformation and can like swap back between them at will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
Probably.
Now that he's achieved that form, he can go back anytime he wants.
Yeah.
Then it begs the question again: why didn't he just drink everything?
Well, because the other stuff was all like a bunch of useless shit. Who wants
Yeah,
to
he
buy
doesn't
this?
need to
boring
become an
stuff.
alpaca.
Dude, that's an incredibly powerful form.
All right, so Yellow, imagine you play some Lego Star Wars. It's like, do you want to bring every character with you? Do you want to have to swap through like Gonk Droid and like Chancellor?
I don't know
whoever,
why you
just
would
to get through
swap
the
past
Jedi?
Gonk Droid. I play as Gonk Droid every chance I get.
Yeah.
That's the only character I choose to play as.
Wait, you can play other characters?
Yeah, exactly. The voices started up again, all telling Black Doom it had been a good thing. The alien frowned and thought about it. He nodded.
Yeah, it'd been a good thing, yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Oh, well.
Okay.
So
that was easy.
Just a few paragraphs ago when you said, I do not have to listen to you.
Well,
I will listen to you if you
Yeah,
agree
I don't
with
have
me.
to. I'm just doing it by choice.
Well, he said stop telling me what to do. Here they're just talking.
Reassuring him that he made the right choice.
Yeah,
And he's like,
yeah.
okay.
It's different between you and I having a conversation. Me saying, "Hey, Bob, why don't you go do this thing for me? Why don't you do that, huh? Go do it."
Would you kindly?
Yeah, or just like, leave.
Exactly.
If you all are gonna shit talk me, I'm not gonna listen to you. But then, like, if you reassure me and back me up, I'll be like, "Ha! I've always listened to you guys. You guys are great."
yeah.
So basically what a bunch of fan fiction authors do where they don't want flams.
Yeah,
No flams, please.
no flams.
Black Doom chuckled.
If they say I'm insane, so be it.
I mean,
He
you're
said-
saying you're insane too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Using this form, I will strike fear into the people of Earth.
I mean, you don't have to use that form. You're also on a space station with big planet blow-up lasers.
You also scared the shit out of a bunch of people as Sonic. You killed a bunch of people.
as Supersonic with the crazy eyes.
He went through the Ark, looking out one of the windows at Earth.
Those damn fools deserve it for what they did to me.
He
What?
said.
I'll make them pay, especially Shadow and Tails.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I
they,
whisper
huh?
on one of those syllables?
they sure deserve it.
I mean, I was gonna destroy Tails anyway, but
Yeah.
I mean, they deserve it because they were of no help.
Tails.
yeah, they really
stupid
weren't, were
fucking
they? Yeah,
machine.
you know, on second thought, yeah, maybe they really did kind of deserve it.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
For real though, they didn't really do a whole lot about this.
They
did
kind of made things worse.
They kind of like once Shadow turned into a fucking girl. Like I guess that was it. He didn't really need to do much else now, did he? He got what he wanted.
The alien laughed and started making his plans. He closed his eyes and teleported to the Black Arms planet.
Okay.
Okay.
He's just there now.
He's
all
just
I can say.
there. Also, did they have a planet?
Yeah, they have a...
I thought they just
No,
had
they
the
lived on the
comet.
comet.
Yeah, and the comet was destroyed by Shadow.
Well, now they have a planet.
Okay.
Yeah, they had to
I
have
mean,
come
they-
from somewhere.
they- Yeah,
Jumped
came
from the
from
comet
somewhere.
to a planet.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
looked at him, surprised. These are the minions. So not minions. I mean,
Right.
Black Arm.
The Black Arms, the
minions.
goons.
On screen there will be a picture of minions, but they have the Black Arms color scheme.
Oh no.
Oh man.
You sure you want to do that?
No.
Yeah, it's like straight up like our like old people Facebook.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to be the Black
Master.
Arms aliens?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Yeah.
Black Arms
I like that. I like that
I
a
mean,
lot.
I was gonna go with a,
I
you
fucking
know,
love it.
I was gonna go with a disposable me minion voice as well. But
Despicable me? No, disposable you.
Yeah, you can always go with the yes, master. The classic minion voice.
One said.
We heard that Shadow killed you. How did you survive, and what is it you want with us?
What do you mean? What do you want with it?
oh, what do you
your
want this
master.
time?
We were finally, out from under this tyrant who just wanted to colonize all sorts of planets, but
Oh
no.
shit, guys, he's back.
God damn it.
it.
He's back in the club. Well,
Time
shit.
to return. Time to return to my life of servitude.
All right.
Yeah.
Party's over, guys. Pack it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
The boss is back.
Sonic has brought me back into being.
So you really are, yeah.
He said.
okay.
Now I want you to help me get vengeance on Earth.
Yeah, of course.
They said.
When shall we strike?
Black Doom gave it some thought.
What should be? That's
a real chin stroker.
I didn't think about that. I'm glad
It
you
would be a
brought that
chin
up.
stroker if I had a chin.
You get a promotion. You get a promotion. That made me
Yeah.
think, huh?
Yeah.
It's a real
Really
dick
made me
stroker, yeah.
Asking the big questions.
I'd prefer to do it sooner.
Got some big brain answer to a big brain question right there.
On Tuesday. Yeah.
They nodded and waited for him to speak.
I'm just imagining, like, the most awkward pause.
Yes, I'm imagining a super awkward pause where he sits there and he rubs his chin and they just look at him and he's like,
I prefer to do it sooner.
and then like they just sit there, they're still looking at him while he rubs his chin and he tries to think about it.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be the minion who starts speaking when he starts and then
Yeah,
cuts him off.
it's like-
You're gonna die right then and there.
Well, it's like the classic, just like slow villain scene where it's just like, oh, what is your plan? He's like,
Doing a
Yeah, so
fucking
I
Winnie
think-
the Pooh think over there.
Yeah. Oh,
Meet me on the Ark in a few days.
He said.
We'll strike then.
The Black Arms nodded and watched their leader teleport away. Once he got back to the Ark, Black Doom turned back to Sonic.
see, I told you. He just swap between him at will.
God, what is this?
It just doesn't.
Fucking stupid.
He
This is
just gains
fucking
transformations.
yeah.
He grinned and looked at Earth, giggling madly.
Oh, that's a little funny.
It is.
Yeah, looking at Earth is pretty funny. I'll give him
Just
that.
sitting- just
I
see-
kind of
just
giggle
this-
when I look at it too.
No, not that. Everyone look at that picture of Black Doom. Well, I guess it's Sonic with no arms now, which is also it might be even better. And he just giggles like a little school child.
Yeah. Just you wait.
He said.
You're all going to pay for how you've been treating me all this time.
All this time, including the time where you were hailed as a hero.
He
Especially
continued to
during
giggle.
that.
Sonic was becoming insane. And there was
really now?
nothing anyone could do to stop
Really
it.
now, becoming.
Okay,
I'll take your
really
word
now.
for it.
Okay, I have to say that
Really?
word becoming actually just made me just really angry just now. Like, fuck, God, no. I want to
becoming
punch something
insane,
real
guys.
bad right now.
What? He's becoming insane.
Yeah,
Shut up.
he's finally becoming insane. It's final. It's taken this long. It's been a real slow grind up to this point,
Yeah.
but finally, he's
Yeah.
becoming insane.
Well, guys,
This is a reason for insanity.
yeah. It's chapter 12. We gotta do this. It's adoption time.
Oh no, Dad.
Because
All right.
remember
Right.
Shadow was pregnant?
Right, that's a plot
All right.
point. Shadow's
All
pregnant.
that shit that was happening, hit the brakes. Swerve.
Yeah.
Now we have like some
Matt,
fucking
can I get a
drama.
meanwhile?
Meanwhile,
Yeah, there we go. So far, Sonic hadn't made any more appearances nearby. Tails and Shadow refused to let their guards down, however. Shadow was also progressing in her pregnancy. It had been a few months since she had found out, and was almost due for birth.
Okay.
Yeah, birth
Shadow
in about
looked
3
down at her
months, yeah.
abdomen and smiled. Running a hand over it, she sighed. It wouldn't be long now, and she wasn't looking forward to going into labor.
I mean, fair.
Can't blame her. There.
Tails,
She said,
I'm going to give birth in a few days.
A few days.
What should I do with the baby?
"Why haven't you considered this before?"
A few days.
I think she did consider it before, but it was
Yeah.
a very roundabout conversation
Oh,
that
right,
ended
okay.
exactly where
Yeah,
it
yeah.
started.
Well, I mean, like, I feel like you should have the decision made, but I don't know. Maybe maybe if
She's
I were in this
stalling for time,
situation, I would be more of a procrastinator. The fox looked over at her.
I'd say keep it, but I think you'd make a fine parent. In the end, it's up to you and what you think is best.
Shadow thought about it. She wasn't really sure what to do.
Oh, really? Is that what we're getting at? She doesn't know. Wow. Wow.
But you could always just give it to someone you trust. You have to know someone who wouldn't mind having a baby.
Do I have to?
I
Is
don't
that a
know
thing?
that that's true.
Yeah, like, I'm just really questioning that. Like,
Like, I'm
what?
just trying to think, like, okay, let's say I have a baby. And I need to give it to someone. Who do I know that wouldn't mind having a baby?
I mean, I think of a few people, standard, your biological compulsion to have a kid, they take it in. Not that I would be giving away babies, because, that's illegal. You just give it to someone, say, here, take care of this.
Yeah, this
That
is
would
yours
be
now.
pretty
I just
weird.
wanted to know that.
Oh, now here's a choice.
Blaze would make a good parent and raise it well.
Shadow said.
I'll probably give the baby to her without asking.
Yeah, it's just hers now.
Yeah, don't even need
Oh,
to
yeah.
check with her.
Good
If
job.
Amy's out of the question, because remember, she's an
She's
asshole,
awful,
then
yeah.
Blaze is the only other female character I could think of.
Do you
And
want
Rouge,
to
I
give
guess,
her-
but you don't
to
want to give Rouge a
be
baby.
parent?
And of course-
you don't want to give Rouge a baby.
And of course, you would have to give it to a female character, I guess.
What about
Yeah.
Mary Sue?
Yes, you
Or
have
not
to.
Mary Sue. What was her name?
Yeah,
No, Mary Sue.
yeah, because
There was
guys
one. Yeah.
always hate kids, and
Yeah,
women
there's tons of
always
those
love
floating around.
kids. That's how it works.
But yeah, there are tons of Mary Sues just floating around the Sonic universe. You can give it to one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mary Sue's are the Sonic universe.
Wait, what was her name?
Julie Sue.
Julie Sue? Okay, Julie Sue, not Mary Sue.
Yeah,
But Mary Sue's are who we're going to give this baby to.
yeah. I almost said I would be excited to see Julie Sue appear in the story, but I really don't want to see my favorite
Yeah,
character
no,
appear in the
they
story.
would butcher the shit out of Julie Sue.
So please
She
no.
looks like she could be a. There she's holding a baby on the wiki. Yeah.
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 She's holding a baby on the wheel.
Oh no,
She's
wait,
got
I'm
those
sorry.
child-rearing
That's
hips.
Julie
That's a
Sue's
gun.
mother, Mary Sue, holding the baby. My bad.
Wait, is her
It
mom
says that on the
actually
wiki.
named
It
Mary
says
Sue?
Mary Sue holding
No,
baby Julie
he's
Sue.
lying. Matt,
Okay.
you're
I don't
liar.
know the arch.
I'm not lying.
What?
Should we settle this now or later?
Yeah. Julie Sue's mom is Mary Sue.
Oh my god.
Little did you know.
There it is.
But it's a different spelling. I think it's pronounced Marisu.
I love Sonic now.
all it took was Mary
This is
Sue.
all it took.
All
I'm a
right.
big Sonic fan now.
Well, Matt, there's about 1,000 comic books for you to read.
Give the
yeah,
comics
I
all
can
us.
read all of them.
They're great. Love the comics.
Tails smiled and nodded. A few
course.
days later, Shadow was in the hospital giving birth.
Oh, let's just
No
time
need to
skip
check
to
in
that.
with
how she
Blaze
gave-
on that.
I like how she gave birth after just a few months. Just a couple, like 1 or 2, you know.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Gestation period for a hedgehog off the top of your head. Go.
9 months.
Alexa, what's the gestation period for a hedgehog?
I know the gestation length of many different hedgehog species, A female North African hedgehog typically carries her babies in her body for 1 month and 9 days.
Okay, wow, all right, fine. Make a fool out of me,
Yeah,
Alexa.
defeated by science. You are a man of
Thanks,
magic,
Alexa.
Matt. You had to know science would come
Make
to
a
attack
fucking
you.
fool out of me, Alexa.
Yeah, Chuckinator and Fangs of Lightning would never get that wrong.
You're right.
I mean, to be
should
fair, they
never
said
assume.
they did say it was a couple of months. They said it was a few months. So like,
They're still wrong.
they're still wrong, just in the other direction. They're wrong. We're wrong. We thought it would be longer. They thought it'd be shorter. Or,
That's
I don't fucking know.
yeah, 'cause
Whatever.
that's 3 times as long. That would be like if it said, she'd been carrying the baby for 36 months.
Dang.
36
4-year
months pregnant.
All right. Shit, I lost my place.
Shadow did as the doctor said.
Shadow did as the doctor said, trying not to cry at the pain her body was going through. Did the doctor tell you not to cry?
I'm in. One of my favorite
an
moments. This is my favorite moment right here.
Minutes later, she gave birth to a baby boy, Shattuck.
Of course.
Shattuck! Oh, I'm gonna fucking vomit.
Shattuck shock.
Yeah.
Matt,
Oh, no, this is the important character second half, so this is Blake.
no, I just wanted to say, Matt, I don't want to make you vomit the whole story, but Shattuck is basically the main character
Oh, get the
for the second half of this.
Shattuck.
Yeah.
His
You're gonna
name
hear
is
that name a
fucking
lot.
You're
Shattuck.
gonna hear that Shattuck a lot until
God.
you're
All right,
no
well, hang
longer
on.
phased by it.
I'm gonna go
Matt, come
vomit
on.
right
Come
now.
on,
and
man.
Get this
All
over with.
the fucking pairings are called, like, Sanemi, Sane,
I'm good
or
now.
whatever. So, of course, when Sonic and Shadow have a baby together, it has to be
Yeah,
called
because if I
Shattuck.
ever have like a child, I'm gonna name it like Matt.
You say that, but some people do that. You
gotta
say that, but
fucking-
some people 100%
Yeah, yeah.
do that, though. They
Yeah,
do that.
humans, we have the structure where, up until a few hundred years ago, when you had a son, you'd call him Matt's son.
I guess that's
these
fair.
these
No.
hedgehogs, when they have a baby, they just jam the parents' names together.
No, Matt is gonna have a kid with some lady named Jennifer and name the child Menifer.
Yeah, Metaphor.
Mattifer.
But well, I mean,
Metaphor.
and keep in mind, guys, it could be worse. It couldn't, rather than Shattuck, it could be named Sonadao.
Xanadu,
That's a
I will
good
never
point.
love a gay.
Yeah.
Card in the corner.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
never do it.
Shadow looked at her son, and tears came to her eyes. He was adorable, more than she'd been thinking he would be. Weird.
That's a weird.
I figured my baby's gonna be cute, but like,
Not that cute.
That is one ugly
I
baby.
thought I'd have an ugly ass baby.
Damn.
You said, but some people I know have had some ugly ass babies,
they're right,
and they're like,
but they didn't probably think they were going to have an ugly baby before the baby came.
You know, I'm gonna ask my mom if she
That's
thought
true.
she was gonna have an ugly baby when I was born. I really want to
I
know how many
hope-
parents
Do
thought
you
they were
really
gonna
wanna know
fuck
that?
ugly babies.
I hope my baby's so ugly that I can win the ugly baby contest.
Damn.
Oh
he's not
no,
that
this
ugly.
baby's not ugly. All right, let's get working on another one.
yeah, well,
I was
you know,
banking off of the cash for winning that contest too.
yeah, it's a slightly less popular category of ugly baby jokes rather than ugly mom jokes. It's like, your baby's so ugly that when the doctor pulled it out, he put it right back in.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuffed it in there.
That's not something I want to think about.
He's wonderful.
Shadow said, then hesitated.
Of course she did, because
It's
everybody
been a
does
while
nothing
since
else.
we've got
Oh
one.
yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't one last chapter, I don't think.
Dang.
So,
More tears came to her eyes as the baby reminded Shadow of Sonic.
Yeah.
She hesitated,
Why?
then made up her mind. There was no way she could keep him.
He wasn't as ugly as she wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
This would be a lot easier of a decision if you were an Uggo. Petting Shattuck on top of his head, she smiled down at him.
I'll see if Blaze wants you.
You didn't ask beforehand.
Nah,
Didn't even check with her beforehand. Didn't even think.
that way you can just leave the baby and guilt trip Blaze.
Ah, smart.
Oh my god, this is
That
fucking
way,
terrible.
I at least know you're in good hands.
Shattuck smiled at his mother. I guess.
They don't smile that early, generally.
A few hours later, Shadow was released from the hospital. She sighed and walked to Blaze's house, then knocked on the door. She recovered very quickly.
I mean,
she got over that birth real fucking fast.
I'm glad she wasn't just going to put the baby in a basket and drop it off on Blaze's door.
Put the baby in a basket, drop it down river.
They'd meet a day or two later, and it'd be like, "Hey, Shadow, the craziest thing! Someone left a baby at my doorstep, and also the baby kind of looks like you and Sonic. And also, didn't you deliver a baby yesterday?
Yeah, you're not pregnant anymore.
Were you in the hospital giving birth? It's very coincidental."
Yeah. By the way, was Tails there for the birth?
Actual birth?
Apparently not.
I don't know.
Okay, he's busy.
He's busy. He's working on a new machine.
Yeah, he has another gender changing machine to be making.
But he's working on the other direction.
I know some people wouldn't want like just some some friend in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would prefer to have somebody there.
No. I'm sure there was a doctor or a nurse or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying Shadow was alone in the room with the doctor and shouting from the hallway.
I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, now you're gonna want to take the. Oh, fuck! It'd be easier if I just came in there.
I'm sorry, I have a deathly fear of babies. I know it's ironic, given that I work in the nursery ward.
But besides, I mean, like I said, we could always ask Alexa, how quickly they recover from birth. Maybe it's a really easy procedure. Just walk in and then get back out.
I mean,
I'm
some
not going
animals
to, so we
are
don't
like
make fools of ourselves. Well.
Let's just move on with the story.
Well, you don't know how fast hedgehogs recover from birth.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Blaze opened it, and Silver was there too.
Hi. That's good.
Oh,
I'm glad
shit.
Silver's
I
here.
played both Blaze and Silver. Okay, whatever. Hey, Shadow, she said. Is this your baby? He looks adorable.
Thank you, Blaze.
Shadow's smile faded.
I was wondering if you wanted to have him.
Wow. Don't even wait till you step inside.
Door slams in her fucking face.
Oh, is that an ice cream truck here? Could you hold this baby for me? And she just takes off.
The cat's eyes widened in shock. You're not keeping him? Shadow's eyes filled with tears, and she shook her head.
I can't. He reminds me too much of Sonic.
Blaze hesitated.
Ding.
Really getting enough in here for both chapters.
Yeah, for real.
Yup.
Come on in, she said, and Shadow did so. She saw the ring on Blaze's finger, looking at Silver also. He had the same one.
What?
When did you and Silver get married?
Shadow asked. A few weeks ago.
You weren't invited.
Wow!
Did you invite the what? Huh?
Everyone else was. I'm sorry. We totally forgot to invite you. My bad.
We had a very low-key wedding.
Yeah.
We didn't even invite anyone.
It was me, Silver,
That's it.
Tails.
The judge.
Tails officiated
I mean, some people
the
do
wedding.
that. You just go to court and get married.
I ran out of Sonic characters. Fuck.
I mean,
Charmy.
Charmy. Yeah, Charmy. That's what I was thinking. Of.
You
Charmy.
needed a witness. Yeah, so
SVO.
that's... No,
Wait,
no,
aren't
SVO
Kelly,
Umbreon.
my sweet OC.
Wait,
SPO and Umbreon, my favorite Sonic characters.
June.
Genuine
Another
question.
OC.
Are Charmy and Vector still hanging out back at Tails' house or Shadow's house?
They
Whichever
might
one.
be.
Like, yeah, they never got told to leave.
That's true.
Yeah. That's Connor's loophole for staying over at people's houses. Well, you never explicitly told me I had to go.
Yeah,
so.
he's like the opposite of a vampire.
Yeah, they're just
You don't invite him in. He comes in, and you
They're
have to
watching
make
all this
him
take-
leave.
Yeah, you have to give him explicit permission to leave, or else he can't do it.
they're watching all this happen, and they're just like, oh wow, Vector, this is some really fucked up shit.
Shut up, Charmy, I know.
Wow, Shadow gave birth, and she just went over to Blaze's house and just tried to dump the baby on her.
No.
Oh, I was hoping Matt could go, shut the fuck up,
Shut the fuck up, Jeremy! Shut the fuck up! I fucking asked, Jeremy! No one asked! Why do you keep talking?
Shadow smiled and nodded.
Of course, because nobody does anything else in this ever.
Smile, nod, hesitate, eyes widen.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But do it louder with your mouth really wide. Whatever that fucking sketch is.
More happy, with
More
your
happy,
mouth
yeah.
more open.
Yeah, mouth more open. More happy, mouth more open. That's what it is.
I'm just gonna do that. No.
So, will you?
Sorry, that went a bit wrong.
What?
Hold on. Gotta find it again. I lost it for a sec.
Damn.
There you go.
Will you two adopt Shattuck? You two seem like you'd make good parents based on nothing, and I can't keep him. Not after what happened to Sonic.
The two looked down at Shattuck before nodding. We'll take good care of him, Silver said.
Thank you.
Shadow said, and handed Shattuck over to him.
Well, goodbye. I'm out.
Are you gonna be alright? Blaze asked Shadow. Shadow sniffed. Tears were running down her face, but she wiped them away.
Yes, I'll be fine.
She turned away and walked out of the house before Blaze or Silver could say anything more.
Bye.
It's your baby bike! Shadow arrived home a few minutes later, still trying to get the tears to stop.
She's just cried all the way over.
She went upstairs to her room, locked the door, and lay on the bed, beginning to cry.
You were still
No,
crying.
no, Yella. I see where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. But tears were flowing down her face, but she wasn't crying.
Yes.
Oh, it was allergies.
That's. You know what? Fuck it. Fine. Whatever.
The pollen is out in full force at this time of year.
Pollen is my favorite Sonic character. That's
Shadow
like Charmy's
stayed there.
brother or something. Pollen the bee.
Brother Pollen the bee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shadow stayed there for the rest of the day. Meanwhile, at Blaze's house, the new parents were holding Shattuck in their arms, looking happily at the baby hedgehog.
Meanwhile,
I'm probably gonna just sub Matt's meanwhile.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I was trying to put some quiet meanwhiles underneath just for tone.
We should get baby supplies, Silver said. Blaze
that
nodded.
would be a good idea.
I'll go to the supermarket, she said. You stay here and take care of Shattuck.
Man, we
So-
could have had baby supplies already if somebody had told us their intention. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe a couple weeks ago, maybe a month
yeah.
ago.
Or maybe any point before today.
And maybe any point before they just dumped a baby at my front door.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
think.
We could have been ready for this.
Well, guys, I'm coming up with my new Sonic the Hedgehog OC. He works at the supermarket just as like a cashier.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. He doesn't have
Silver-
any cool powers, but you know he gets to the job on time.
He doesn't
I
have any
guess.
cool powers yet.
Right.
Silver smiled and watched his wife leave. He smiled down at Shattuck, who giggled up at him. You're gonna be a great kid when you get older.
No, you
Right
said
now, you suck.
You're a great baby now, then you'll be a great toddler, then you'll be a great kid.
I guess you are our son now. Shattuck
This is-
started crying then,
Isn't there
startling
usually-
Silver.
Yeah. Isn't there usually some kind of paperwork involved in all
No.
this?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, speaking of, by the way, guys, I have a baby if anyone wants it.
Pass.
Pass.
I really don't
Nose
want
goes.
one. No,
Nose
thank
goes.
you.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, the last one to say pass. I'm sorry, everyone else already passed, so it's yours now. It's in the.
Shit.
I just put it in the box. It'll be in the mail in a few hours.
God damn it. I'm not...
To be fair,
Fuck.
if Yella had gotten the baby, that would be quite a trip for you to ship a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's the
I mean,
thing. Matt is
shipping
only
a baby in the first place.
Matt is only 2 states away. It should get there around, overnight, maybe.
Yeah, and the baby definitely won't be dead.
Yeah, not at all. I poked some air holes in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a little bubble wrap, poke some air holes, it's fine.
Yeah.
The
Enjoy
bubble
your
wrap
new
is to
child.
keep it. Yeah, enjoy the baby. What's wrong? He asked. The baby cried even more. Silver sighed and called Blaze.
God.
What is it,
Hilarious
Silver?
comedy.
Judging by the background noise, Silver assumed she was in the store. Shattuck's crying, and I'm just wondering what I should do. Blaze sighed as she continued walking through the store. He's a newborn. Maybe he's hungry. Silver nodded. Well, the only thing he can drink right now is breast milk. Blaze nodded.
guess.
She wouldn't be home for a few hours.
The story of Blaze and Silver.
Wait. She did hear that Tails had a gender-changing machine.
No.
Maybe Silver could become a female to have Shattuck drink
hang on,
until
hang
Blaze
on.
got there.
That's actually what it says. You're not joking. It really just says that.
Ask Tails for assistance. He's got something that can make you into a woman for the time being.
No, it's permanent.
Please, no. Shut up.
Silver nodded and teleported to Tails' house, still
Are you
holding
fucking
Shattuck.
shitting me? Are you fucking shitting
Do
me?
you have anything that will make me female? He asked the foster. Tails nodded. He allowed Silver to go in the gender-changing machine. When Silver came out, she was female. Hey, now I gotta figure out how to do this as a female voice.
Yeah, it's female Silver now. Good luck.
Yeah, you have to transfer, Bob. You have to transfer your mind from neckbeard to legbeard.
What?
I don't know, Matt. I'm in the same boat.
Hey,
I
guys.
don't know.
And it's sinking.
Remember when this had slightly more explanation, but still almost no explanation the first time it happened, and now it has even less explanation?
What is happening?
Remember when we thought the first time this happened, it happened way too suddenly, and this is so much more
It's
suddenly?
been up like 2 sentences.
Well, I mean, they didn't
At
even
least-
try, because it's like, how is this any more quick than Silver just teleporting to the supermarket and buying formula?
I don't know.
What the
Or
fuck
teleporting
No,
is
you see,
Lance.
okay, wait. Actually, Blake, you see what it is. The baby can only drink breast milk. Therefore, formula doesn't work.
So
That's why
teleport
Blaze
to
had to
any
get
woman.
No.
And you're not going to get... You can cut this if this is too much, but you're not going to get breast milk out of just any woman.
I guess that's true.
You have to find a woman who just gave birth.
Well, so yeah, so
Then her body is doing the
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
to provide breast milk. You
Silver
can't
or
just
Blaze would
fucking
be bad
turn into
choices
a
for
woman
this, yeah.
and have the breast
They're
milk.
both bad choices. Neither of them have given birth.
Yeah.
Neither of
Neither
them
one is
lactate at
lactating,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Oh my god.
Why is this happening?
All right, now I got to figure out how to do Silver's voice as a
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
said,
good fucking luck.
Silver's a neckbeard voice, so now you have to do
what
a
I'm gonna do
legbeard
is I'm gonna
voice.
try to combine my Twilight Sparkle with my Silver and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna be terrible. I can tell.
I mean, listen, for Shadow's voice, I just tried to do Shadow and pitch it up, and you saw how that worked out.
Yeah, but I can't pitch up the. I literally
Yeah,
can't.
because it's like, ugh, I'm a neckbeard, so it has to just be a more feminine one where it's like, oh, I'm a neckbeard. Oh.
No, this. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, good luck.
You're not.
I don't know how to feel.
You're not.
Oh my god, I'm numb. I'm numb.
Okay, I got something. I don't know if
Okay.
it's good.
Well, go for it.
Thanks a lot. She said.
There you go, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Silver
hate
looked
this.
at Shattuck inside. The baby was still crying, and Silver took him from Tails. Without giving much thought to it, she began feeding him right there.
What?
Tails cleared his throat.
Yeah, I love this.
You know the transformation is permanent, right?
You didn't
I mean, we knew this.
ask him!
Look
you
at him
didn't
and nodded.
fix that!
Hey,
Silver, caveat emptor. You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay,
have two mothers.
there's. I mean, sure, but
What? This story's moving at sonic speed.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
RV is in the lead.
yeah.
I'm just.
Good old RV.
This is disgusting.
I mean, Matt. Listen. We're not even halfway into the story.
done. Fuck you. Shut the
No.
fuck up.
No, man. You're not done. You're not done. If you give up, our viewers give up, and we
not
can't
giving
have
up.
that. We
I'm
need
just
those.
fucking-
We need those view numbers going
I'm
up,
here.
baby.
I'm
Matt,
here. I'm
you do
here,
know.
but I'm not happy.
Matt, you
I'm
do
not
know the
happy,
riffing
but
is
I'm here. You understand
permanent,
that,
right? You do know.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt,
Joining a reason for insanity. That's permanent.
Yeah, right. You do know that, right? You do
you
know.
don't stop until the story stops. This is your life now.
Tom,
I'm just gonna. Okay. All right. Continue.
Silver looked at him and nodded.
And shut the fuck
He'll
up.
just get to have two mothers, he said.
Fuck you. Fuck.
Yeah,
I assume that Shadow let you and Blaze adopt him?
Silver smiled.
more like she forced it upon us. But
Yeah,
okay.
well, fucking baby at my doorstep.
Same thing. Yeah. Silver looked
No.
down at Shattuck. Do you think Shadow will want to have anything to do with him? Tails shook his head.
What?
Not even a guardian?
I don't think so.
What are
Tails
you
said.
basing this on?
But I can ask her about it.
Conversation.
Why can't you?
What?
Why can't Silver?
Anyone
ask?
can ask her about it.
You just
Why-
turned into a girl.
Why does everyone in this story talk to everyone else except for the person they're speaking about?
I mean,
Why
it's
does
a
this happen over and over
It's a
and over?
metaphor for the poor lines of communication.
Do you
that
think Blaze
jeopardize
and
both
Silver
relationships.
will want this? I don't know. Ask them. Do you think Shadow will want to have anything to do with this baby? I don't know. Ask her.
Yeah, on the Kind of Friends channel, they have a thing called Rule Zero, which is like most of the problems in the movies and stuff that they cover would be solved if you just fucking talked to the relevant people.
No.
You know, like if you just mentioned the problem to them, the problem would just be cleared up.
I mean, that's a real life thing. I mean, people
Yeah.
do that all the time.
Yeah,
They're like,
for
nobody
sure.
ever talks to anybody.
But like,
As an outsider looking in, it's still hella frustrating.
Yeah.
Silver nodded and teleported back to her house, still feeding Shattuck. Blaze shook her head and put the groceries away.
You really wouldn't turn into a girl like that, huh? Yeah.
I see you've been busy. Silver smiled and nodded, patting her son on the back. Are babies usually this hard to take care of? Blaze thought about it.
You haven't even started yet. You haven't even
Audience
started
laughter
yet.
cue card.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Well, I mean, keep in mind that the
Did you
first
guys
step.
hear the audience laugh?
No, I mean, keep in
That
mind
I
the first
added in
step.
post?
The first step, according to them, was becoming a woman. They agreed to go and do that. So if that is a pretty
Yeah.
difficult decision, if every step was like that, then yes, it would
Yes.
be very hard.
I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
Silver made that decision very quickly.
Very quickly, yeah.
Very quickly.
Also,
Yeah.
Blaze knew about the gender-changing machine and just said, "Hey, Silver, Tails might have something to help you," and just went, "Okay,
mean, also,
I'll
she-
just..." Yeah, Blaze
she also
also
said-
helped make that decision very
Yeah.
quickly.
Well, that's what I'm
also
saying.
said
They
for the
came
time
together
being,
and
I don't
decided
think
that
she-
becoming a woman for the one feeding was a reasonable step. So yeah, if they take that approach to every problem, it's going to be the hardest thing that they'll ever do.
Yeah.
Yeah. They thought, they hesitated more about taking the baby in than either Silver or Blaze did to the idea of Silver going and changing genders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero.
Just to feed the
fucking
baby
thought.
once.
Yeah, to change the... Yeah.
I hate this.
To feed the baby until Blaze came home.
Yeah, and they'll be like, okay, so you got diapers, right? It's just like, no. It's like, all right, well, we're going to have to go get the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what?
This is just incredible to me. I didn't
Blaze
think
thought
that
about
fucking
it.
gender changing machine was going to be a fucking Chekhov's gun. I thought it was going to be a one-off thing.
It's a Chekhov's
I thought it was just a regular gun.
Chekhov's
yeah,
fucking
it
nuke just got
blew this
dropped on
fucking
me.
story up twice now.
Yeah, because it's like, you think it's just a regular gun. It just goes bang. You're like, oh, shit. But then it goes bang again. You're like, oh, my God.
Well, no,
Oh
you
my
see,
god,
it goes.
fucking stop.
Actually, it goes bang, and then the entire area is full of
I don't have
deadly
a house
radiation.
anymore.
Yeah. Chekhov's Metal Gear.
Metal
The
Gear.
ultimate weapon.
The ultimate
Nuke
combination of artillery and infantry.
Chekhov's Tornado Flame.
I guess you could say
Tornado
that,
flame!
she said. Silver smiled, then passed Shattuck to her wife. How come you're still female? Blaze asked Silver.
So Blaze didn't know, huh?
No, she didn't know.
Tails said it's a permanent change. The female cat's eyes widened, and she thought about it.
Okay, alright.
Silver bit her lower lip when Blaze was silent. You don't like it, do you?
No.
Not really.
It's fine. I was just surprised.
I mean, I support you.
So
I just
were
would have
we,
liked to have known
honestly.
ahead of
I
time.
wanted a
So
fucking
were
husband.
we.
You know, Silver, when I married you, I wanted a fucking husband.
You know, I support you, Silver. I just would have liked to have known ahead of time. That's all.
I'd like to have a little bit of advance.
I love
I
how
would like to have been in
Silver.
on this beforehand.
I love how Silver didn't care at all that it was permanent.
Silver was,
Blaze
fucking
cares more that
waiting
it's
for this
permanent than
moment.
Silver does.
Nope.
Silver was ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the thing is, Connor, Blaze cares more, but continue reading.
It's fine. I was just surprised, Blaze said. She smiled and set Shattuck down, then kissed Silver. Silver nuzzled her once she pulled away. I love you, she told Blaze. Even if I am a female now, I'll still be yours. Blaze smiled. Suddenly, Shattuck started to cry again.
What's that mean?
Why is he crying so much? Shut the fuck up, baby! Silver asked.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Babies do that when they're upset, hungry, want attention, and other things.
Other things.
Blaze said.
I'm upset. Can I cry?
I'm upset. I'm hungry.
She walked over to her son and picked him up, patting him on the back. He's tired. I'll put him to bed. Silver smiled and nodded. She yawned also and walked upstairs. After Blaze put Shattuck to bed, she went into their room and fell asleep next to her wife.
Wow. Just that sudden.
Well, I'm glad that no drama came out of that.
No drama in the story.
I like
Out of
how,
the story.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
One.
dramatic as hell
One.
right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to put myself to bed after that. Two, I like how this chapter was called Adoption, and that wasn't even the craziest part of it. Uh-huh. Like we
That
were
wasn't
all
even
like,
the most important part of it.
we were all like, oh shit, Shadow's, the baby's gonna get adopted, and then nothing prepped us for the gender changing bitch coming back.
just bam, just like that. Huh.
One, nothing wrong with me.
Two.
Zero,
Hey, remember this
so
plot
little
point?
thought is put into this
Yeah.
changing thing. I wonder why it's here. Is it his
This is a-
fetish?
It's probably
No, this
his
isn't
fetish.
even weird fetish. It just seems.
Yeah, I
I've
know,
said-
that's what I'm saying. It's
No,
not
no,
like
Matt,
this
Matt,
weird
Matt,
fetish shit either. It's just
I
like,
said this exact same thing about that Drake and Josh author, where they put spanking in all their stories, but it never. But even despite its presence, it never actually felt sexual. I'm like, they don't have a spanking fetish; they have a spanking interest. This person doesn't have a gender changing fetish; they have a gender changing interest. They just really want it to
They
be
just
there.
think it's
Well,
a
they
fun
just put
thing to
zero
stick in their
thought
stories
into it.
in an unprincipled and unthinking way.
I mean,
Yeah,
not,
just
and not
keep,
just,
just like, it's just there. No
Hey.
thought is put into how it works at all.
hey, and
Or
Yeah.
what a major decision
That
it would
is,
be
there's,
for
like,
someone
no
to
respect
change their
given.
body in that way,
This-
or
no
how
respect
it might have
given to
implications
what a
for the
big
real
decision
world.
that is, and
Yeah.
how it affects
Matt.
anything.
Matt.
Zero thought, zero care. It's just
Matt,
there.
Yeah, this author has a gender-changing interest. They have a transformation interest.
yeah,
they,
that
like
started.
all that shit. Like this story is an exercise in speed plotting. Okay,
Yeah.
You
Is that
think
what
up
this
what's
is?
the plot of my story? All right, sure, that happens, and then what next? Okay, that'll happen. Yeah,
it's like
and then what
instead
next?
of
All right, let's
a
do
fully
that.
fleshed
Yeah.
out story, it's just the plot line.
I mean, he took Sonic's catchphrase way too seriously.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go way too fast.
Come on, keep it up.
Just when I'm comfortable, I'm relaxed, I'm in my fucking seat, I've got my coffee, I'm reading the story, and I'm like, this isn't so bad. And then another fucking thing comes, slaps the coffee out of my hand, and punches me in the fucking face.
Uh-huh.
Like a fucking asshole. Just when I think I'm comfortable, it hits me again, and it doubles the speed.
Yeah.
I don't even know how fast we are anymore. I don't know. My fucking speedometer broke 3 chapters ago.
Yeah.
I don't know where we are anymore.
Are we even
I could
still
tell
in
you where we
physical
are,
space?
Matt. I could tell you where we are. We just finished chapter 12, and next video we'll be moving on to chapter 13 and 14. We'll be finally getting halfway through the story.
Fucking halfway.
Next time on A Reason for Insanity. Oh, man.
Thank you to everyone supporting us on Patreon, and an extra special thanks to our Platinum D-holes, ODST795, Polly Hebert, and Stannis the Manus. If you'd like to support us, check out the Patreon. Even $1 will get you some special perks, and $5 will let you vote in a poll for the next story we cover on the channel. If you want to hang out with us, make sure you check out our public Discord, and if you'd like to request a story, simply fill out the form below. We'll check it out to see if it's something we want to cover. Thanks for watching.